Alright, we should be live. If the audio is not great, let me know. I slightly adjusted it from last night's stream. Because I think my VO was a little quiet. So hopefully it's good now. We got a little bit of a game plan going into tonight. So, we're on the Dancer. We're at 55 total deaths on the Dancer. There's actually a few things I want to do first before we go back and fight her. 3 things specifically. So, first place we're going to is going to be this bonfire. So, we're going to get 2 rings and a shield. I'm still kind of like in that position where I would rather not use a shield at all if I can get away with it. However, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the shield now, just in case. And if it does get to a point, there's one particular boss coming up that I've read from numerous different people, that doing it on soul level 1, like, you're going to want to have that shield. It's just going to make it much less of a headache. So, you know, if it gets to that point, we'll use it, but I wanted to grab that. And then there's 2 rings I want to grab, so we're probably going to interchange some of our rings a little bit. There's like 3 that I have kind of set in stone that I like, but then there's the one other. It's like the Pontiff left eye or right eye. I don't remember which one specifically, but it's one of those, and it's one that I don't really feel all that great about for this playthrough. So we're going to go after the Chloranthy ring, which I don't know why I didn't get anyways. I just passed it up for whatever reason. I think it's this side. Yeah. And then we're going to get the Carthus blood ring, which I guess boosts like your invincibility frames. It does like decrease your damage absorption, but at the same time, I'm getting one shot anyways on the Dancer, so I don't really know how much that matters. But having the boost in my invincibility frames would be really nice. So we're gonna get those 2 rings, and then we'll probably switch them out every so often. See what works best for us. But if you're joining, thanks for watching. This is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a good ride. Yesterday we went for like 3 hours. Took down 2 bosses. I took down Aldrich and Yorhm the Giant. So, I think tonight's goal was just killing the Dancer. Like, I would feel pretty good about tonight if we can take the Dancer down. I'm aiming for about 2 hours tonight. So we'll see how that goes, but we might go a little longer. But if we can kill the Dancer, I feel like that's pretty good progress made. So it's gonna be down here. I'll take it. It's not exactly what I intended to do, but whatever. Let's see. Alright, so that's the first thing off our list. Got 2 more places to go. I guess we'll just go ahead and get the shield right now, because it's very quick. I just need to go to the Crucifixion Woods. And it's like right there. I did actually play a little bit with one of my other characters that's in New Game Plus Plus right now. And so I was going through and fighting some of the later bosses, Dancer being one of them. And was kind of like thinking about what had happened last night and like some of the things I learned, and I feel like there are some things I picked up on. So we'll see. Like there are definitely some things that, I mean, obviously it's kind of a different fight when you're on New Game Plus. She definitely hits a lot harder. So I think it's one of these trees. Somewhere around here. Might be over there. I just know it's kind of like hugging a tree. I don't already have it, do I? I don't think I did. I was looking earlier. Where's my shields at? Oh, well there it is. Never mind. I do have it. I must have just looked over it because I was double checking earlier before streaming. Just to make sure I didn't already grab some of these things. It's fine. Alright, well I guess that leaves us with just one more ring to grab. And we'll be right back at the dancer. And for that one, we are going to the Catacombs of Carthus. So I did look up for Titanite chunks, which is what we need to upgrade our weapon. We need 4 of them. It's like a couple you could grab, potentially, or like some that could be drops, but it seems like mostly we're going to find it in Lothric Castle in some of the later areas. So after we beat the dancer, instead of like running through those areas like I have been doing, I'm actually just going to fight enemies, or at least attempt to, because the Titanite chunks, from what I was reading, seems to be drops from those enemies. Oh, good. I was hoping I would be just enough to kind of squeak through there. That's step number 1 for tonight. There's gonna be a lot of these. But yeah, I'm gonna actually like just, you know, go through and I'll try not to be too slow about it, getting through these areas like Lothric Castle and whatnot, but I am gonna actually try to fight those enemies just because hopefully we'll get some Titanite chunks to drop. And that way we can just get them on the way instead of like running around searching for them later on. So this other ring is over here. It's past some skeleton wheels. My favorite enemies. They're not too bad in this game. They were like the bane of my existence in Dark Souls 1. It's the worst thing. Oh, God, I keep forgetting that guy's there. Oh, that's okay. I got my ring. Mission accomplished. It's time for the dancer to go down. I guess. Hopefully. All the way back to Vordt. I do have I got all of the rings on one of my characters last night after the stream. So I've just got like the only 2 things I have left. I have like 1 pyromancy and 1 miracle, or it's like no, 1 miracle, 1 sorcery, I think. And then I'll have all the trophies. So like that's the other thing I've been working on. I'm so close. Unfortunately, those 2 things like require the biggest grind in the game for those covenants. So I've been kind of like working on that off and on. Okay, so we had the Pontiff's right eye. boost attack as long as attacking persists. I was talking about this last night. It's like, I feel like a lot of these, a lot of these are like bosses that I'm not necessarily always going to be able to attack more than once. And so having something like this, like, I don't know if it really has benefited me a lot in this kind of playthrough. Just because more often than not, like, I'm getting one swing in and kind of backing up, and sometimes I'm being more aggressive. So we're going to try the Carthus Blood Ring first. So that's boosting our rolling invincibility. And losing defense on that, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a big deal. Just because I feel like her attacks that are going to one-shot me, they're going to one-shot me anyways. And then I do have those other rings that boost my defense just a little bit. So hopefully they kind of like balance each other out in a way. But we'll see. It'd be nice to have a little bit more leeway in my rolling. Like that, pretty sure I probably would have been grabbed there. If I had to guess. We're gonna take the Dancer down first shot tonight. Watch this. It's gonna be the best. Alright, so I mean, luckily, like, that's the other thing, is that attack, I think, did a tiny bit more damage than it normally would have, but I still am alive. It still wasn't one-shotting me, which is good. So I feel okay about this. The real battle starts here. I think one thing you need to learn is don't just like run directly into an attack. Should have rolled there. I would have been totally fine. I don't know what I was doing, but immediately, right off the bat, that was much better than how we ended. Like last night, last like 20 minutes against this boss was just, I was doing awful, and so already we're off to a good start. I feel like that was a pretty good run. You know, one mistake will cost me this fight no matter what I do. But I felt pretty okay. I felt pretty good about that. I feel like I was dodging pretty well. I tell you, like, the worst feeling ever is like swinging and missing on these bosses. Purely because you know, like, you know how much stamina means. Yeah, I should not have attacked there. Yeah. There's a little piece of me that wonders just how much this ring's impacting my rolling, because I feel good about like the dodging I've been doing, but I do wonder if I actually would be getting hit without that ring on. Guess there's not really a good way to know. Yep, I hit it too late there. That's a bummer. Oh man, we're gonna hit 300 deaths tonight. Oh no. Okay. Let's get back to phase 2 again. Why'd I do that? What? That one just doesn't count, right? Just walk right into a wall of fire. Alright, let's not get hit by these guys. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. This is the run. Calling it. That was really close. Alright, back up. Yep. I'm gonna swing in. Yeah. Just a little late on that one. I was saying earlier, like going through some of the late game bosses on my New Game Plus character. There's like a couple things I noticed when fighting them that I actually think is gonna be really helpful with this character. There's a couple attacks that like some of the later bosses do that if you stand close enough to the boss like themselves, like they'll actually completely miss you. So it's like the type of thing that I'm very much keeping in mind because I know I'm gonna need to use that to my advantage. Okay. That does a little shockwave. I can probably get a hit in. At least one. Back up. Because I don't know what she's going to do. Alright, so she stopped there. Usually she does a bit of a combo and... Nope. No thank you. Oh, God. Don't have a lot of time. Definitely not here, because he follows it up with that. And that one-shots you. Oh, boy. Get a hit in. Back up. Slowly but surely. Yikes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Huh. I feel like that's usually a move that doesn't one-shot me. Maybe both swords hit? I don't know. The attack before that, I'm kind of shocked it did not, like, land. Because that looked like it hit. That run made me feel a little better about the second phase. If nothing else, I feel like that run, I felt like I was kind of starting to get into the swing of it. It's like slowly starting to feel a little better about trying to take little shots at her. That second, man, yeah, the second half of this fight is going to be really rough. There's like backhands. That was really nice of you. Just give me a chance to heal. Man. Too early that time. That takes us to 290. Good. The more the merrier. Really glad that wasn't a grab. Thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I need to just get away. Not a good start. There's the grab. God, those misses. Like the worst feeling ever. Alright, back up. I was saying earlier, I feel like it's maybe a little hard to tell like just how much the Carthus ring is actually helping me. I feel like I'm starting to notice. I feel like I am rolling through attacks that I feel like hit me last night, or the timing on it hit me, and that's my fault. I'm so used to running up on her when she does that jump. I should have known. Second phase, it's a one-hit KO. She does not give you time to react there. I'm going to take a short break. It's a little bathroom break here, so I'll give you this cool little picture here. We will be back very soon. Alright. Break time's over. It's back to this game. So we're at 291. But yeah, as I was saying, like the Carthus Blood Ring, and this might be... Perhaps I'm like kind of projecting, or just kind of seeing what I want to see. But there's been a couple attacks these last few runs where I have rolled through them. And I feel like the timing on them has been off, and that if I didn't have the ring on, I probably would have been hit. There specifically was a one-hit KO she did in the last fight where she kind of drags her sword along the ground and then strikes upwards. And that one I felt like my timing was off, but I still got away with it. And so I'm wondering if perhaps that is a good demonstration of just what that ring's doing for me. Maybe. Or perhaps I just am getting the timing down better. Maybe. Not good. Super close. It's too bad you can't like backstab her or something. That'd be great. I'm wondering, and perhaps this would be a really dangerous thing to try. I'm wondering if perhaps when she reaches down to grab that second sword, that's Fox for you. It's our dog. I'm wondering if... Oh, okay. Well, wait a second. I don't know how loud that is. Hopefully not too loud. I'm wondering if perhaps, when she reaches down to grab that sword, like Pontiff when he summons his second form, I wonder if there... back up. Wondering if there might be time to get like 2, 3, maybe even 4 swings in on her. Which would be really nice. Man, I wish that was an opportunity to hit her, but it's just like right here, maybe. Ooh, ooh. Get out of the way. I totally would have been hit by that without that ring. There's no way. I was having so much trouble dodging that one attack last night. I can do this. Dancer is not that hard. We can kill her. Oh! You know, I should have known that was going to happen, because it would have acted the same as the fire. I just, for whatever reason, it's not. There's just so little time. Sucks. I was hoping that I would get lucky. Well, and drop my controller, and then that I was hoping I'd get lucky, and she would do something that would not, like, she wouldn't immediately go after me like she did there, and I would have just enough time to heal and roll away. But I should have ran off. I should have gotten some distance between me and her, right there, especially. Yep, rolled too soon. Seven more. Be the death of me. Got a little greedy there. Yep, rolled too soon. Seven more. We're getting close. I'm starting to feel more and more like I can beat the dancer. Like, at the end of last night's stream, I felt like, oh, I don't know. Maybe not, but I'm feeling better about it today. So I think we will definitely beat the dancer tonight. I'm feeling really good about that now. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully early enough that we can actually get a little farther in this stream. And not have this fight be the only thing. Do not like getting backed into a wall like that. It's never a comfortable thing. Every time I miss. Ooh. I got 2 hits in on her. Man. I get 1 right here. Yep. Alright. Just gonna slowly but surely just whittle away at her health. Man. Those are the ones. What are you doing to me? That move sucks. I do not like that move at all. Because, like, all the other one-hit KOs, I feel like there's enough of a... Like, she telegraphs it just enough where I feel like, okay, like, I know that's coming. If that hits me, totally my fault. That hit right there, I feel like I've got no chance. Like I do, but my reaction timing on that's got to be so quick. I'm usually not prepared for it because there's not. Maybe I just haven't noticed it. It's very possible I could just have not kind of noticed the tell on it, but both times that's got me tonight, I've been completely caught off guard by it. Whereas the other one-hit KOs, I see it coming if and when it happens. Let's be aggressive. I'm really lucky there. That was dumb. Should not have healed that close to her. 295. That brings us to 66 on the dancer, if you're wondering. I don't put boss counters on there just because I figure I don't want to take too much of the screen up. Just like a global death counter is enough, I think. It's looking more and more like we're gonna need that 4th digit eventually. I need to get in the habit of, like, if I'm gonna heal, it needs to be in the ends, like on the end of swings like that, because she's quick, and she'll pull off combos quick and kind of catch you off guard sometimes. But typically, once she's ended a combo or once she's done one swing, like, she kind of hangs on it for a little bit, and that will typically give you some time. At least that's what it seems like. At least getting 2 hits in right there, it feels pretty good. That was super risky. Paid off. Oh, that miss! That miss did not feel good. No more of those. Is that one hit? Yeah. Crap. That, see, it's tough, because, I mean, obviously, though, you know, most of those deaths are being a bit too risky, or I'm maybe a little too aggressive, but you have to be. You just need to know when, like, when to go in on her, and when to be like, no. That's too big of a risk to take. I didn't realize that attack was 1 hit. I mean, I guess I should have known because it hit me a few times last night. But I kept thinking that was like an attack that I at least like survived barely. And you have those. 297. Oh boy. Not like this. Not like this. Hold on. Is there a big difference? I almost always 2-hand. I don't know why. Like, I mean, I do. Like, I started a long time ago when I just never really went back. Doesn't matter that much. We like do a quick test. 2-hand gives me like 162, 158. That ballpark. How much does 1-hand give me? 154. That's really close, actually. Is it like just ever so slightly faster 1-hand? That was real dumb. Don't do that. I don't know, like, it's a very small boost, but it's like just enough that it's gonna add up over the fight. I don't know, and it feels like with 2-hand, it's, I don't know, like, the speed difference doesn't seem that great. I'll stick to what I know. And what I know is always consists of getting hit by the enemies on the way to the boss. At the very least, it, you know, much like Aldrich, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like Estus is my problem. Like, I'm not running out of Estus, so having to use one because I got hit by some enemies before the boss, like, isn't a big deal. At least so far. Oh. $2.99. If nothing else, getting the Carthus ring, I feel like that's done us good. I guess maybe there's no real way to know for sure, but I feel like that was the right move. Every time. Oh, it's the worst. It's like is that one hit? Yeah, man. I was playing Valkyria Chronicles recently, the remastered one for review, and like when you miss in that game, it is just the most awful feeling. It sucks. That's 300. Yikes. But yeah, it's just like it's the worst, especially like if you're using a sniper and you're trying to like take down someone from afar, and you're like, all right, I got a good eye on him. I'll take this guy out. It's gonna be really helpful. And then you just whiff and it completely misses, and it's just like, oh, because like that's like really valuable resources you're using up, and it's the worst. It's the worst feeling. So being so level 1 and missing on bosses like that sucks. Okay. So far, so good. I love this music. The way she moves, it is so good. FromSoft, you guys and gals. Best in the business. Okay, so we got her at maybe like a little under 50%. Oh no! I went to roll like just barely too late. Such a bummer. That was the worst thing about the Pontiff fight. Was like getting to that second phase and then just dying immediately. Because like you need to get there to practice a little bit to kind of get used to that phase and kind of feel it out, figure out what you need to be doing, what moves that you need to work on dodging for, and like when's a good opportunity to hit them. And so to get there and die immediately is just like, well, great. It's like completely just wasted time. Sucks. But you work at it, you can get better. Definitely got a lot better at this first phase. I'm not quite at a point where I can get past the first phase every single time, as we've seen. I'm a lot better at it than I was, like, last night. The dancer was actually giving me some trouble in New Game Plus Plus too. She hits unbelievably hard in that cycle. And even though like my character is like way overpowered, she was still just like, it took me a little while to kill her. I need to make some room. Alright, thank you. Gave me some time. Alright, stay away. Man, miss. I need to stop that. Okay. Alright, this will give me a chance to get like at least one hit in on her. Maybe two? Okay, okay. Get away, yep. I could maybe, if I'm feeling lucky, get like one hit in right there. Yeah, but I'd have to back off like immediately. It's kind of become a routine with this phase. I'm too far away. No! Just keep doing this to me. So I went to roll just a tiny bit too late, I guess. So I didn't quite get the roll off. Huh. That's so tough too. That's so tough. Because like at that point, like when you're stuck in a corner like that, it's a matter of like, okay, I can maybe roll through this, and I think I can. Like that attack, I'm pretty sure I can. But God, I don't. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I should have probably been a little bit more aware of where I was standing in the room. Kind of maybe prevent it being trapped like that. Right, you'll live and learn. Wow, just completely whiffed on two of those. Really cannot afford to do that. Yeah. 3-3. I think we should be able to beat her, like, within the next hour or so. Hold on just a second. All right. I'm still reeling from the God, like 2 or 3 tries ago at this point. I'm more confident than ever. I can beat her. Maybe one day I won't get hit by these knights. Oh, come on. Perhaps. See, sometimes you can kind of get into this run where, like, well, where she's like not really doing a lot. She's just kind of walking you strafe around her, and she just lets you get these hits in, which is really, really nice about the first phase. And so, like, if you can get that going and you're aggressive enough, you can get through that first phase pretty quick, which is really nice, because then it just, well, that's not how many times we died. There we go. Oh, I hope we never get that high. So, like, that's the thing. Is if you're aggressive enough and you can kind of get her into that swing of, like, just not really doing anything, and she's just walking around you, get to that phase 2 really quick. And then I've got plenty of Estus. Haven't really been hit. And then hopefully I do well there dodging, and I can kind of have some time to figure out her phase 2 some more. Yikes. Yep. That's how this game goes. You just have to commit. Where are we at? So we're at 76 for the dancer. 21 so far today. Yeah, that's right. 305. Man, how long have we been going? Almost an hour. So last night, we finally took down Aldrich, like, right around the hour mark. So perhaps we can watch history repeat itself, and we can take the dancer down right here. If you believe, you can achieve. That's what I'm telling myself. In the great words of Parappa the Rappa, you gotta believe. Yes, just enough time. Not there. I didn't realize how close I was to the back of that room. Situational awareness is what I need to work on, apparently. I've just got, like, sheets of paper where I'm tallying how many times I die against each, like, specific boss. It's the best. Makes you feel really good. Alright, so we're at 306. This is it. Just give me some distance. Oh, wow. A little lucky there. back up. Let's get back to the center of this room. Might get hits in. Too far away to get a hit in on her. Not gonna risk it. Got 2. Man. I was not ready for that last... Or, not, I guess not last, the third swing there. Every time. Just keep at it. Just keep doing this. How did I dodge that? Right, distance. Oh crap, I'm not gonna be able to get those hits in. Crap. It's a bad positioning there. All you can really do is just laugh. That's kind of how I get through this. Is just a laugh at the sheer ridiculousness of this whole thing. When I, oh. When I was like playing through Dark Souls, or maybe it might have been before then, at some point, I had kind of read about people doing Soul Level 1 runs through demons in Dark Souls. And I remember hearing about it and just thinking, who are these crazy people? And, you know, here we are. back way. No, no, no. Oh, why is that a one-hit kill? It was going so well. Man. What is life? I don't know. Just can't help but feel like at some point I I went down the wrong path and here I am. Dying like 70 plus times Dancer. Alright. This is it. Calling it. I don't know. You really start to realize just how different, you know, like the first half to the second half of this game is, like difficulty-wise. Like, I think if I would restart this run, I'd probably get to Pontiff with like very, very few deaths. Because like by that I'd be so used to like this concept of like one mistake and it's all over. And so like the first half of this game has bosses where you can get hit like 2 to 3 times, and that's great. It's like a luxury. It's like, wow, I got hit and I'm not even halfway dead. Imagine that. What a crazy world we live in. That's possible. I'll take my one hit. Just keep my distance. When will this nightmare end? I don't know. It really makes you wonder, like, what is going through the mind of the character you play as in these games, as you just die over and over and over again, and you continue to revive. It's like your own, it's like weird nightmare realm that you live in, where you just die like dozens of times against the same boss, and you just have to keep on trying till eventually you get it. There's like that statistic where, like, on the PC version, like, only a very small percentage of people have even got to the first bonfire in this game. And it's just like, I just imagine that in the mind of the character, they're just like, screw it. I'm not, you know, we've been through this four other times. We've been through this before. I know how this ends. Not dealing with it. That was way too early. You know what it is? I wasn't drinking my tea, and so obviously that's why I wasn't doing very well. Or yeah, an hour 14. We've had a few runs where I feel like we've gotten really close. Like, I feel like I've had a few runs where I probably could have killed her. And not for just one dumb mistake. Like, and I feel like I can say that because I was close enough. Like, her health bar was close. Like, it would not have been much longer, but how this fight goes. Just one mistake. So 2 swords is happening pretty soon, probably. If I had to guess. Yep. 1, 2. Alright, 2 hits. A little risky there, but I'll take it. We can do this. Get out of the way. Alright, I have time. No, 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 don't. This is the story of how Dark Souls broke me. Because those are the ones where you start to convince yourself that that's it, that that's the run, that it's gonna happen, and then I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I guess I thought I was far enough away, and her reach is so far, like I should know better. But oh, cool, thanks. See, the tough thing is, like, in that second phase, I really want to use, like, the green blossom for some extra stamina recovery, but, like, I'm scared to use it. So I've just got, like, I've got to find a really good moment to do it. There's just very, very few. Kind of looks like when she does that attack, some light flames spew out of her sword. Makes the reach a little bit longer, too. Seems like it. Why'd I do that? I did not mean to use my Estus there. Oh boy. You really take your time using those blossoms, don't you? I don't think I realized that that takes a little bit longer than an Estus. I guess maybe I should just use it like when she's pulling the swords out, the second sword out. Because I'd have time then, and like I know I'd be giving up like 1 or 2 hits on her, but at least then I'd have my stamina recovery there, and I feel like I'm probably going to need it, or it'll at least really, really help. Hopefully. 315's right, isn't it? I'll check again. After this fight, I guess. was 31 against the Dancer just tonight. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Those backhands. Oh, wow. Usually that doesn't kill me, like when she does the 2 slaps. I feel like typically I'm still hanging after that, but nope. 316. That's gonna be such a bummer if we don't kill the Dancer tonight. My aim was 2 hours tonight. I'm willing to go a little longer if I feel like I'm at a point where I know I can get her before too long, but we'll see. Just gotta know when your opening is. It sounds so easy. Alright, let's pop it now. Don't come towards me. Yeah. Oh, come on. You can't miss those. You cannot miss those. So my problem there is I thought the one that I rolled through was her last one. And unfortunately not really enough to know those blossoms were helping me at all. How many do I have? I have 8 more, so... Look, I didn't even get hit there. Surely that bodes well for this fight. Come on. What a joke. What is there even to say at that point? Dark Souls. Man. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not worth it to try it right now. It does regenerate pretty fast. I don't know why I went to swing there. I should have rolled through it. I should have rolled through that attack. I fought the dancer enough. I should know better. So that's 319. We are at 90. So we are coming up on the Pontiff count, which was 107. Oh no. I would be surprised if I ended up dying more on the Dancer than I did Pontiff. Definitely going into this, I expected him to be one of the hardest. And he has been thus far. Dancer has also been very hard. But I don't know. $320. Started at 283 tonight. Dancer, what are you doing to me? Got really lucky there. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Maybe I should start counting how many spins she does. I'm wondering if she does the same amount, because it seemed like she did, but that time I felt like she did more. I'm probably wrong on that. I'll be sure to count next time, because I'm curious if she actually does a set amount. I can't imagine it would vary. That'd be kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, sometimes like she'll spend 6 times, and other times it's 10. I can't imagine that's the case, but it would probably be really good to know the number. That way I know, like, okay, when is she gonna stop here? Because obviously the last one is kind of like a double spin, sort of. Like, you can tell when the last one is, because it looks different. But just how many does she do? Look at all that free damage. Alright, let's not waste the blossom this time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Next time we'll count again to see if it's the same. I'm assuming it's probably the same. It's gotta be, right? Right? Just really late, just a little late on that roll. I want there to just be like a main menu option that's just like boss practice. You choose the boss, you choose what phase, if they have multiple phases or whatever, and you choose your character build, and you just go. I just want to like be going up against phase 2 every single time consistently right off the bat. Some practice against it. Some sort of like, I don't know if boss rush specifically, but I would like the option just to like choose a boss and fight it again. Just because there are some really cool fights. That's what happens when you're just not even paying attention. So we're at 135. We'll see where we stand at 2 hours, and decide if I want to keep going or call it for the night. I feel like at the beginning I had this like little glimmer of hope. I was like, oh, maybe we'll beat the dancer pretty early on. Nope. Now the question is, am I gonna die more than 107 times against the dancer? Is she gonna break the Pontiff record? Hopefully not. Hopefully we kill her pretty soon. Cause I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done with this fight. Please. Pretty please. I don't know. I don't like my positioning here. Okay, she's moving away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 6. Pretty sure that was 6. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Oh, how lucky did I just get? Well then. So that, perhaps some of these hits are not one-hit KOs when I'm embered. Dang it, crap. Alright, new game plan. And it sucks because I don't have very many, I only have like 2 embers left now. I've just been kind of assuming, and I assume most of those one-hit KOs are still one-hit KOs even when I'm embered. It is a little bit of a health boost, but it's not much. But I know for a fact at least one of those hits is not. And if perhaps that is enough to save me, then yeah. It's just a matter of, you know, figuring out what time to use my ember. And I guess I could just use that at the start of the battle. But I just don't want to, like, I don't want to waste it also. Like, that's the other thing, because I don't have a lot of them. So I would prefer, I don't know. We'll try it here. Hopefully I don't die immediately. We can do this. Let's finish the fight. Stay at max HP. It's a bummer. So let's see, 10, 20, 30, 41. We're at 96. Against the dancer. Yo, boy. This is so just, oh. Stop hitting me. We're gonna save that ember. Yeah, the only good thing we didn't use it there. What can you do? I just hope so much that the other bosses are not going to be like 100 death journeys as well. Because if that's the case, we are definitely breaching the 1,000 mark. Unfortunately. At this point, I feel like if I can get under 1,000, I'll feel okay. I'll feel pretty good. But I don't know. Excuse me, I'm very sorry. Luckily that happened before the fight. Dancer, you're such a cool boss fight, but I'm so ready to just be done with you. So I meant to use my Blossom there, but whatever. I feel like that didn't hit me last night when I tried that. Well, what can you do? Alright, slowly but surely. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yep. She does change it up. That's no good. That's real bad. Oh, that makes it a little bit more unpredictable. Oh boy. I don't know about that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thought I was far enough away. Oh, thank God. That was a short one. I was out of stamina there. Oh my God. Dancer, please. Just give this to me. I don't like using those columns to like my advantage there, but I will if I have to. That's really close. There you go. Yep. $328. I'm starting to lose hope. This is it, though. We're gonna kill her right here. I can feel it. Closing in on an hour 50. We gotta get it at some point. I really, really want to take the dancer down tonight. Have her behind us. Can we do that? That's the question. Oh boy. Alright, back up. Yeah, we can get one, maybe 2 hits in. Just one. I'm fine with one. 1, 2. Dodge. 1, 2. Should have gone for one there. $329. So that is actually, yeah, that is death number 100 against the dancer. Oh my god. God. Oh, not like this. So we're at 1 hour 50. I'm prepared to go a little longer. I really, really want to be able to take down the dancer tonight. But I don't want to go more than like 2.5 hours either. Back up. Crap. I'm going to take another just short break, just kind of walk it off. We will be back very shortly. And we'll go for probably another 30 minutes or so. Hopefully we'll be able to get her then. Okay. So we're, yeah, approaching 2 hours. I'm gonna go for probably about 20 more minutes. Or until we beat the dancer. It's gonna take a minute. Let's switch back to our game here. So we're at 3:30. I believe that's right. Yeah. I was trying to think of, like, if maybe there's something that I can do to improve, or something that I can... It's like maybe there is something I can do to, like, better my chances, other than maybe some of the more obvious things of, like, yeah, you can maybe get pyromancy and like imbue your sword with, there's like the Carthus Rouge or something, there's like an item that you can use to put fire in your weapon, like those things. And we could try, maybe like the next stream we can try it. I need to go and remember exactly where I can get those. I know I can buy them, but I don't know if I've got the ashes for it just yet. I'm just trying to think, like, move-wise, like... The second phase, I'm feeling a little, like, well, I was feeling pretty good about it, and then, like, as the night's gone on, I've kind of lost a bit of my confidence during the second phase. Just because, like, now I've had 5 or 6 runs where I've gotten her down pretty close. You know, I would say maybe 5 to 6 hits away, possibly. Maybe a little more than that, but I've been getting her, like, I've had a handful of runs where I've gotten close, and so what's starting to scare me away, and maybe it's making me do a little worse in the second phase, is I've gotten that close, and then immediately, like, just, you know, one mistake, and it's over, right? And so now I'm, like, kind of scared to be as aggressive as I probably need to be. I've said this many, many times during this playthrough, I think what is going to be the deal breaker in a lot of these fights is just knowing that it's a simple thing of, like, the longer this fight goes on, the more opportunities I have to screw up. And when you're fighting a boss that, I mean, God, pretty much almost every single boss in the second half of this game probably has at least one move that can one-hit kill you, if not more. And I would imagine the farther we're getting, the more and more most of their moves are going to be one-hit KOs. I know that I think there's one boss coming up that, like, practically every move they do is one-hit. Except for, like, maybe 1 or 2, at least from what I've read. So you get into this, like... It's just this thing, like, you have to be perfect. And that's hard. I mean, that's hard anyways. But in a game like this, it's really, really hard. And so once, like, you can get really good at bosses. You can get it to where, like, with Pontiff Sulyvahn, no matter who I'm playing, I feel like I have gotten really good at that boss fight. And it helps that I fought him, like, over 100 times now. But I know his moves so well that I can get through that fight no problem on any character. Well, so level 1, I'd probably still have trouble against him. But that's the nature of the beast. But even then, you know, like, I still have trouble because I still have to be close to perfect against Pontiff. And that's a really hard thing to do. And so it is, like, I think there is something to just the necessity of you have to be aggressive even though it looks super, super dangerous and risky to be that aggressive. You still have to be, because eventually, if you let that fight go on long enough, you're going to screw up. And so once I get to the second phase, I just need to get really, really good at dodging that second phase, and I have not gotten to that point yet. And that's kind of my problem. I think a little bit of luck could also go a bit of a long way too. Is if I can get if I can get her to like use some of her less threatening moves and moves that are a little easier to dodge in the second phase, that would be really nice. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, I don't like that it's different every time. That is going to screw with me so much. That is going to mess with me so bad. So I think from now on, I'm just not gonna like that second phase. I think I want to try to stay really close to her, or like for sometimes if I can. But probably not run up and attack her like that, especially if I'm like facing her, because that's just asking for it. Because at that point, because she's got 2 swords, like it's very easy for her to just kill me instantly. Or very, very quick, and I would have a very, very small leeway of being able to dodge or somehow survive it. So running into her like that maybe isn't necessarily bad, but I'd probably want to run in and roll, like maybe roll to her left or to her right, whichever way she was attacking from. And then maybe like if after she's done an attack I see an opening to attack, then I would take it. Man. Alright, back up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I really screwed up there. For some reason I rolled and tried to attack again, and that's just like the worst possible thing I could have done. It's 104. It would be funny if like my final count against the dancer was like 107. Just like Pontiff. back up. Give me room. Thank you. Well, 105 against the dancer. This is attempt 106. Not 106 tonight, of course. That'd be even worse. We would have been here a lot longer. But I've pretty much been stuck on the dancer for about as long as I've been stuck on Pontiff. This has been an experience. For sure. One, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that's a one-hit too? Oh my god. Also, like, I feel like that barely hit me too. So that's 106. Where are we at? 206? Okay. All these numbers. If we don't get her tonight, the next stream, I'll probably go... I might do it... well... I like the idea of this whole playthrough being on video. So I don't want to like do anything off without streaming it or whatever, or having it recorded. So I think maybe the start of the next stream we might go and grind for some members, maybe get some things that we can put on our weapon, some elemental stuff. If that would help. Just try things, maybe try some different things, maybe if it'll help us a little bit. And try some stuff out. I'm kind of scared to switch from the Carthus to the Chloranthy ring because of its effect on my roll invincibility frames. I'm scared that it'll like throw me all out of whack. So we'll see what we do about that. Oh crap. I wish I wasn't that far away. Oh, what just happened there? Oh, the game like froze for a second there. I don't like any of what just happened. 2, 3. She did like 4 there. just so scared to like try anything. Man. Welcome to Dark Souls, I guess. I got really lucky there. Yep. That's how it goes. We'll give her one more go. And we'll call it for tonight, because I'm not sure how much I can take, how much more I can take of this tonight. That sucks. One more. I want to give her like one more real shot and not like dying immediately. This is probably gonna mark the first episode that I don't kill a boss. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there might have been an early one or something. Actually, yeah, I think there was like one of the early ones I didn't. But this is a little bit different. And I guess the Pontiff Sulyvahn episode, I condensed like hours upon hours of footage. Because I didn't have any audio. Or any VO that wasn't broken. But alright, come on. Let's have one more real go at her. Three, 3, 9. And this is how the world burns and ends. This is the apocalypse. Dark Souls has broken me. Yeah, more of this. Oh my god. Get out of here, Dancer. You've got nothing on me. Yes. Wow. Screw this game. Oh my god. Okay. What a freaking journey that was. This is why you do it. Because it feels really, really good. To finally... Oh my Jesus. 110 times that I died against Dancer or the Boreal Valley. But on that 111th attempt, I was the one. I'm the one who came out on top. My heart is racing right now. Okay. Progress. That leaves us with, let's see. 3 more mandatory bosses, for sure. We're doing all the bosses, so, don't get me wrong. So 3 mandatory bosses are left. 2 in Lothric Castle, and then, of course, the in-game boss. All 3 of those I expect to give me a really difficult time. And then 4 optional. 2, they're actually right up over there. Both of those I also expect to give me a really hard time. And then there's the other 2 in the Archdragon Peak. One of which we should be able to get through, breathe through, no problem at all. So I'm looking forward to that one. Really looking forward to that one. The other is really hard, but I just get the feeling that the second boss in Archdragon Peak, we'll see when we get there, but I get the feeling that one might not give me as much trouble as some of the other ones coming up. So that leaves us with 7 total left. If I'm remembering correctly. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. Oh, wow. Okay. So it only took us, I don't even know. My attempts against the Dancer has been numerous throughout multiple episodes, so I don't know. I don't even know how long, because it was about 2.5 hours tonight. Like an hour and a half last night. And I think maybe 30 or so minutes between a few different episodes coming up to last night. I just gotta sit here and just cool down. Let's take it easy for a little bit and just reflect. That is a really, really hard fight on Soul Level 1. I mean, obviously, that goes without saying. I mean, I died 110 times, so I would expect it to be really hard. I think if you're good enough, you could probably stay right up on her the entire fight. Phase 1 is not bad at all. Phase 1, if you get lucky, you saw, there was a handful of times that I was able to just, really stay up on her, strafe to the left. She'd be strafing around me too, and I would just get free hits on her and be able to do, a really good chunk of damage almost right off the bat. And then sometimes, she would actually be doing moves, and it'd be a little harder to get hits in. But even then, that first phase is not bad. I would even say the first phase is almost even easy. Obviously, the only thing that kind of deters it away from being an easy phase is that there's 2, 3, maybe 4 attacks that she does in phase 1 that can one-shot you. But all of those are relatively easy to dodge. They're not super difficult to get away from. It's in phase 2 where she's got more one-hit KO attacks, but it's in phase 2 where 2 to 3 of them are actually really hard to dodge, especially because of how fast they are. There's a couple that don't really have a long wind-up on them, so they can be kind of hard to tell when they're coming. And that's what makes it so hard to because I think if you're good enough, and if you've practiced a lot, if you're really good at dodging her attacks in that second phase, you would probably want to stay up on her like you do in phase 1. and you would just dodge and have good stamina management, and maybe get one swing in every once in a while. Probably when she starts spinning around the room, you would keep your distance, obviously, because if she starts doing like 9 spins, you would probably not have the stamina to do it. I mean, I guess theoretically you could probably roll through those spins, but I don't like you wouldn't want to, because you would want to have full stamina when she stops spinning, because you would have just enough time to get like 1 or 2 hits in on her. I think that would be my overall recommendation. Is I think the way I handled phase 2 would probably be a decent way to do it if you were doing a similar build. Obviously, different builds it's gonna line up for different strategies, of course. But that last fight, I just kind of put it in my head that I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take 2 swings. Like when I get a chance, I'm just gonna do 2 swings. Because I think I could, like, it was that thing of like, I'm pretty sure I can get a second hit in and still get away. And I was able to do that most times. I still got a couple, I was still hit a few times, but even then it was getting that second hit, meant I was doing that much more damage, that much more often. And like I said, so many times before, it really is a matter of like ending these fights as soon as you possibly can. Just because the longer it goes on, the more time I would have had to make a mistake and die. Whereas now I'm sitting here and I've defeated the dancer. Somehow, some way, I have managed to do that. And that was... Yeah, I mean... I would say that, obviously, like, if you look at the numbers specifically, I had a harder time against the dancer than Pontiff Sulyvahn, and I would say that probably lines up correctly. I think they're both... I had a really hard time against both of them. I think... Weirdly enough, like, I think Pontiff's, his second phase was the easier of the two, whereas Dancer, it was her second phase that was harder instead of being easier than the first. And whereas, like, Pontiff, the first phase, it was like, that was the one I really had to get down, and the second phase didn't give me too much trouble overall. But at the same time, both of their second phases kind of felt there was a little bit of an unpredictable nature to them, and that's, especially for the dancer, that's why it made it so hard. Like, the fact that her spins, when she does the spinning around the room, it's not a constant number. Like, sometimes she'll spin 4 times, sometimes 6, sometimes 9. That alone, I think, makes it tough, because if it was the same number, like, theoretically, you could count it out and you could be ready to go. Or in other instances, you would want to keep your distance far enough so that, like, if she's coming at you, you could kind of keep a safe distance away. And then maybe she only spins 4 times and you're not ready for that, and you don't get that chance to get the 1 or 2 hits in on her like you normally would. The second phase specifically, I think when she does the dark pulse magic, like after the pulse happens, if you run in, you can get 2 hits in on her. When she jumps and leaps across the room, when she lands, you want to keep your distance, and then she'll do a very quick follow-up spin that's a 1-hit KO. But after that spin, if you run in, you can get another 2 hits in on her. After she spins across the room, if you're in a good position, you can get 2 hits in on her. When she's kind of like laying across the floor and does the 2 pokes with her 2 different swords, you can roll through them so you can get close to her and get 2 hits in on her. And then there was like I think those are the main ones. There might have been another move where she leaves herself open for an attack, but I think if you capitalize off those, you'll probably be doing a decent chunk of damage consistently throughout the fight. That you'll be good. And then just don't attack her any other time. Only attack her in those instances when you know, like, you definitely have enough time to get 1 or 2 hits in. Because if you try to attack any other time, then she's probably going to attack you and kill you instantly. So, wow, okay. So that's the dancer down. I can't believe I did that. Okay, I feel good. So I think tomorrow we're going to be streaming Resident Evil 6. Wednesday night, so there might not be a Dark Souls 3 stream tomorrow night. It really depends. I would like to still do it tomorrow night because I don't want to have I don't want to take a day off or anything. I want to kind of still be fresh on the game as much as I can, especially because we're towards the end here. But if not, we'll be back Thursday night for more of this. And if you missed any of them, I archived them immediately. If last night's anything to go by, it took like almost the entire night to archive that stream because it was so long for it to finally go up on YouTube. So keep that in mind. But if we're not back tomorrow, I'll definitely be back on Thursday night to continue this playthrough. I'm excited to keep going. I know that a lot more dying awaits us, but I am excited to finally be done with this fight and kind of move on to better things. And we're just going to have my character do whatever he's doing with his foot right there. At any rate, thank you for watching. You too can beat this game at soul level 1 if you put your mind to it. Maybe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.